Let's go ahead and do our practice from the distributive property. So remember, whatever is on the outside of the parentheses must be multiplied with everything on the inside. And unfortunately, because we have variables, we can't answer these with PEMDAS, where we say x minus 4 and answer that first and then do the multiply. We can't do it because we don't know what x is. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to kind of turn it into simplified expressions and combine them. So here we go. Let's give it a try. 12 times x should have been 12x because a positive 12 and a positive x, so it's positive 12x. And then 12 times a negative 4, remember whatever the sign is in front is what you're using. Well, a positive times a negative is a negative. And 12 times 4 is what you're supposed to be doing there is 48. Those are the only two parts that we could actually combine and get the right answer because x, we don't know what it is. So we can't do 12 times that number because we don't know what it is. All right, so let's look at number 2. Again, everything inside has to be multiplied with what's outside. So we have a negative 8 and a positive y. It's a negative times a positive, so it's going to stay negative. And an 8 times a y. We can't answer that, so we're just going to combine them to make it simplified for us. Let's look at the second part. Negative 8 times a positive 12. Remember, whatever the symbol is in front of it, you take it to multiply with. A negative times a positive is a negative. And 8 times 12 is 96. Let's look at number 3. This one was a little trickier because they're not giving you a number in front. Remember, if there's no number, then it's a 1. So this is the same as saying negative 1 times x, negative 1 times negative 11. So negative 1 times x is a negative 1x. And again, I don't have to put the 1 because there's just 1x there. That's it. So it represents one of the x's. Then you've got a negative 1 times a negative 11, because remember, you're taking the symbol in front of it. A negative times a negative is positive, and 1 times 11 is 11. All right, so go ahead and do your reflection and then keep going with your practice.